Hola, I am Magdala Ramirez. I come from the Maya Mexica tradition. I'm very happy to be with you today. Today we're going to be talking about human being as a multidimensional being. I must tell you that there is this incredible intensity everywhere in the world. The intensity of times, the coming together, the four elements within yourself. It is struggling to so much in the heart of the humans because of the hooks that they have with the system. The system is truly falling, and yet the system is inside of the people. They have been programmed for such a long, long time, and it is the time to you to unhook those lies and unhook those places within yourself that is still is struggling so much to have a very different perception of yourself. So today we're going to be talking about those hooks and how they manipulate you and control you because of those hooks. You can find more information in the book, The 13th Mirror. You can find it in our website, Magdala Ramirez. I'm sorry, it's Magdala's, it's MAGDALAS.com, or you can find it actually in Amazon too. So let's start by talking about those hooks and how they really are controlling the human being in many ways. The first hook, it is that fear about how other people look at you. In there, you find this place within yourself that you think that you need to fit in, that you need to be trendy, that you need to reflect back whatever the people tell you that you must reflect. Think about something that they tell you to think. And that reflection back, it is just way too important to comprehend that you don't need to change just because the system tell you. You can think different. You can actually use your brain to understand that this fashion or this trendy way of thinking, it is very much limiting you in your mind. The second hook, it is that place in your family. All this secret, all these little lies, all these untold stories in your family that in some way or another, it has been passed on generation to generation. It creates dynamics. It creates a way of living that it is really not working anymore. And for such a long time, families didn't want to talk about those things that happens. And it was just perpetuated in one generation to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And the only one that can change that story is you. By standing up and say, okay, this is not working anymore. I want to change the story. That way of living is not working anymore. And I need to find another way of living, another way of perceiving myself, and understand those dynamics, all those secrets that family has, that it is very much controlling you for a long, long time. The next hook, it is truly talking very much about your heart and your mind. There are two hooks that they are very involved in this. Where is your heart? That world inside of you that you don't want to show it to anybody. Only you can enter in there. Sometimes you do invite some people in there, but yet the only one that actually can perceive that heart and whatever has happened in there whatever stories that you want to keep on telling yourself, the stories that you think that you don't have another version of yourself, experiences that created that broken heart that it needs to be healed. All these places in your heart that they told you that you are your experiences. And it is not true. It has never been true. What you learn from those experiences, that's how you unhook that one. What it is able to understand, the expiration time. You know, sometimes people decide how is going to be the rest of your life based on pain and suffering. And you create a big long story for the rest of your life. You can actually put an expiration date. And that is very, very important to comprehend that too. Your mind. What happened to that beautiful mind of yours? Why it is so set in the same stories over and over that you tell to yourself, that you react in the same way. Changing your mind, expanding your mind is just way too important. Not just going in those little circles that it keep on you just reacting in the same way over and over and over again, thinking that it is going to be a different picture, a different movie, and it is not. Why? Because you're doing exactly the same thing. So unhooking those parts of you, that your heart, it is time to heal your heart. And it is the great mother within yourself, the other heart, that it is able to heal that place. That is a deep, deep silence within yourself to allow every single situation to heal and unhook yourself. Once that it is healed, then the mind is going to reflect a very different story. Breaking your routine of your thoughts, rerouting your thoughts at all time. It's very important. The next hook, it's about your creations. If you see your creations and how they hook you, every single part of your creation, you are responsible for it. Where do you want to create? Do you want to keep on perpetuating the patriarchal system? Those creations are going to hook you there. What about the creation as a multidimensional being? The understanding of everything. It is so completely interconnected. Every part of you that it is able to understand that world of oneness, and your creations already base it in a very different story. Heal your creations. Look what you have created in your life and be very honest. And don't judge yourself. Don't judge, yet discern. Discern of how to be able to heal those stories. In here, you can bring the forgiveness. Forgiveness to others, forgiveness to yourself, and ask for forgiveness too. What is it? You see, love, it is absolutely everywhere. And you need love to make a creation. And you're going to create because you are the daughters and the sons of the Creator. So you are able to understand that you're going to create in one way or the other. The moment of choice. What is that moment of choice? Does it have to do in the outside constantly? Does the obsession about the outside world, it is there, thinking that that world is going to define you, is going to do something for you, and it is not. What is it that you are creating? What has you have created through time? So this is a very, very important hook. Well, all they are very important, but you see, your creations They hook you. And you need to include this one about your children. You must understand that in what it make you a mother, it was the great mother. And the love that you have, yes, it's about caring. Yet it needs to be understood in a higher level, in a higher understanding. Everyone had their purpose in life. You know, I remember this very first teacher that I have, Hermann Hesse. Do you remember him? He has this writing about your children are not your children. They are the children of the universe. And that it is just very, very important to comprehend and go more deeper. Your next hook, it is your physical body. Thinking that your physical body, your age, or how you look defines you. And it is not. Your true body, it's a body of light. The patriarchal system wanted to be sure that you only identify with your physical body. And that has become a very, very strong hook. It doesn't matter. You are beautiful as you are. And it doesn't matter what age you have, you're beautiful as you are. Your true body, it is that beautiful light body. When you identify with your light body, everything changes in that perception. It is not in the physical realm where it defines you. It is nothing in there that defines you, and that hook has been very, very prevalent. The next hook is how do you perceive that union of polarities? Your male and female. When we talk about this, people want to think about sexual preferences, and it is not what we meant at all. We're really not talking about sexual preferences. We're talking about how it is, that beautiful energy, one clockwise, the other one counterclockwise, and how the whole universe, it is bended into that understanding. You have two hemispheres in your brain. How do you using both of the hemispheres? One feminine, one masculine. Yet they hook you into this separation that it has been there for a very, very long time. The next hook, it has to do with your own intimacy. And your own intimacy, people likes to relate it only about sexuality. And it is not that so. It is those places within you that you make such a big cover-ups and put it under the rug and you didn't want it to see it. Yet it is there. And it is the time to open that place inside of you, of that has been hidden for a very, very long time. And be open. Be open and transparent with all your relations. With nothing to hide. What you see is what you get. That place inside of you that it is able to break every taboo that you put in you. Like, don't go there. Instead of, okay, why is even this there? What is it within yourself that it needs to come forward? And yeah, it might be about sex. Well, it is a time to speak. How much of those abuses that, sexual abuses that people just don't speak about this because they're very ashamed and guilt, and it is the time to liberate it and speak about that too. How do you truly feel in your own sexuality? And speak about this. It's very, very important. The next hook, it is about your money. Where do you get your money? You have been defined for a very long time in how much you have. Where do you live? How's your car? That place inside of you, if you see money as energy, don't see it of how the system wants you to see the money. Observe it how it is and how do you use the energy. You see, everything will be provided once you begin to work in the spirit more deeply. That it is a very important thing because they told you for a long, long time that you needed to be defined about how much money you have. How do you relate with the money? It's just way too important. The other hook, it's about your spiritual path. And your spiritual path, you need to understand that it is so completely unique. People wanted to create religions and traditions actually too, yet deny completely the way that you connect with the spirit. You are the only one that it is able to connect with the one that created you. And it is up to you the way that you do this. Your path, it is so completely unique that only you can see it. It is not something in the outside that teach you this. The only great teacher that you have, it is you, and it is within yourself. So when you begin to realize this, one thing is to understand that we all have traditions and ways, but that doesn't define you. You are far beyond that. Here comes, and it is here actually, the new world. And this is about understanding that oneness. There has only been one knowledge everywhere in the world. And every tradition and every religion have a different perspective about how to understand it. The feminine ways has not come in here to destroy any religion or tradition, but to consummate them. Yet, the only way to do this, it is for you to connect with the one that created you. Nobody can do that but you. And understand that everyone has their unique path. That separation of wars and destructions because of religion, it truly needs to stop, and it is a huge hook. Stop judging other cultures. Stop doing this wars within you, thinking that there is only one religion that holds truth. It is not true. That's the hook. The next hook that we can talk about it is your spiritual friends. You know that the whole nature is there to help you. There is so many entities that they are helping you. Beautiful light beings helping you to make that jump into the next evolution of the human being. Look who is your helpers and who's not your helpers around you. There is people that suddenly you meet and they have a message for you. Understanding that message is just way too important. Everyone in there, it is there to help you. And when you see this, who is bringing you down and who is bringing you up, how do this is truly working for you? How do this is happening within your own self? What is it that it is reflecting you back? Do you have all your relations in a good way? You know that all your relations are happening within you. And by being that authentic self that you are, you're bringing in authentic relationships too. Be you. You don't need to change. You don't need to change with every relation. You don't need to move that because that is the big hook that you have in there, thinking that you need to be different. in every relation, you must remember that you are love. You don't need to become something that you're not. And that is a very strong and powerful hook. The next hook, it is your dreams. And how do these work for you? What is that you're dreaming? Your inner world, your virtual reality. You know that you can change your dreams. You can move your dreams. In that virtual reality, that's where you awake this incredible power that you have. And in there, it is not that the dreams controls you. No, it is you the one who's controlling your dream and moving accordingly of what do you really want. When you realize what do you really want, and it is not based on the hologram in the outside, but in who you are for real. That place inside of you that it has the ability to connect to many other realms. In there, you're completely free. What is it in those dreams that it is happening to you? Now, when you realize all these hooks, that it is truly connecting you back into a hologram and programming, it really, when you liberate each one of them and go deeper in each one of them, it really brings your own liberation. Nobody is gonna come and free you. Only you can do this to yourself. Go deeper in everyone. And if you want to have more information, yes, find the book, The 13 Mirror. It is in our website. We are just about to embark to a new course in our school that we are very excited. It's about mastering the hologram. If you want to have more information, send us an email. I am so thankful for your work. Each part of your work, it really creates a new world. I love you so much. Tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate. And yes, remember to download Messages from the Great Mother, the app that we have. And oh my gosh, this has been such a powerful journey. Tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate. I am you.